Hi, this is Marcey Rader, your productivity lead at RaderCo. I'm the principal contributor to the Health Powered Productivity podcast, where we give you bite-sized nuggets of knowledge in areas of productivity, health, and clutter that you can implement right away. Looking for ways to support our health powered productivity mission? We welcome donations to our tip jar, linked in the show notes. We encourage you to check out our RaderCo recommendations page on our site, where we list all of our favorite products, services, and apps. We get a little kickback and you get vetted tools that we use ourselves. Now, on with the show. The managers, supervisors, directors, and all the people that we coach that manage direct reports all have the same names: Alexa, Siri, Echo, or even Hey Google. Our coaching clients and the people who attend our workshops all raise their hands when we ask if they sometimes feel like this is their name. Yes, managers need to be accessible, but supporting your team doesn't mean being available at all hours, answering all of their questions immediately. If you react to every request, you are not allowing them to think through it themselves. You are creating a culture that lacks research and resource, self-directed resources. It also means that you aren't giving yourself the dedicated time for strategy, creativity, and planning that requires uninterrupted sacred time. Have you considered reverse office hours or video hours? Think about your professor in college who had open office hours. Those were the times you could stop by their office. They were specified, and you saved up your questions until they were available. I'm not saying only be open 2 or 3 times a week for an hour or two, but what if you had 30 minutes in the morning and afternoon where you signed on to Zoom, Teams, or Google Meet, and anyone that had a question could pop in and ask you? You could even keep people in the waiting room until it's their turn. While they're waiting, they could be working. Then when you're ready, you let them in, you answer their question, they sign off. You can choose to have people sign up for video office hours or not. It could just be a standing link at a specific time and people know how to get to you. This is a win-win for multiple reasons. You aren't interrupted throughout the day. They know they can reach you, but may research it themselves in the meantime. You both get to the point because the time is limited and people may be in line in the waiting room. And there isn't a back and forth email. It's just a get to the facts direct call. You could enlist this type of meeting in multiple ways. I use this for something called Ask the Expert session. So whenever I give a workshop, 30 to 45 days after giving that workshop, I host a 25-minute Zoom session where people that attended can get on and just ask me anything. And we do this as a group. It's not individual, but they can ask me questions about what they learned, incorporating a new habit, or share a challenge they need help solving. I don't keep people in a waiting room because others may have the same question. I also use this for Focus 90 and our masterclass. Once a month, people can get on and ask me a question. And for those, they actually submit the question ahead of time and when they sign up. Could you do this if you get a lot of customer support or training calls? Could you offer and ask us anything every Friday from 12 to 2 or on Tuesday evenings or something, if that maybe even your team could alternate who is the person taking the questions. What about those pick your brain sessions? If you're in a position where you're asked to mentor frequently, I talked about this in my brain pickings podcast on how you can handle that. Enlist your office hours this week and just do an experiment for 30 days. get your time and focus back, and incorporate a solution that works better for all parties. Thank you for listening to the RaderCo Health-Powered Productivity Podcast. Please subscribe, leave a review, and forward this episode to at least one person you know could benefit. And can I ask a favor? If you felt this podcast was valuable, please consider supporting it by donating to our tip jar to continue giving you bite-sized nuggets of knowledge. And get your sneak peek of my latest book, Work Well, Play More, Productive, Clutter-Free, Healthy Living, One Step at a Time, with the novice behaviors from chapter 1 that includes how to deal with all those rings, pings, and buzzes, how to declutter your digital desktop and why it's important, and how to play hide and seek with your food to help with portion control. It's waiting for you at helloraderco.com/